The biggest casualty of war is the poor, at home and abroad, and the same people who get rich from war make and keep us sick for profit. This is what Dr. King said shortly before he was taken from us because he opposed war, healthcare for profit, and he was organizing a poor people's campaign to bring us together, which would help everyone left behind, like our veterans, who deserve better. In a similar vein, 3 Tuskegee Airmen and concerned citizens have joined forces to create VIRES, the Veterans Health Insurance Endowment and Referral Service. Free health insurance for veterans will pay for itself out of savings without raising the debt or deficit or requiring legislation, while also opposing war. You see, no one knows better than veterans the horrors of war, not just in the theater, but when they come home. The overwhelming majority of veterans feel betrayed by our government because we send them to war but don't care for them when they come home. To the degree that the majority of veterans have been denied access to the care and supportive services needed, deserved, earned, and promised. And they've got nothing from the VA? Really? I mean, here's the facts. Fewer than 10% of veterans have 100% coverage by the VA, and though the VA gets a 50% discount negotiating on behalf of 9.5 million veterans, the fact is the overwhelming majority of veterans get nothing from the VA and rely on the safety net for their survival. And no, I'm not talking about 9.5 million veterans. Fact is, there's nearly 24 million veterans alive in the U.S. today. More than 12 million are 65 or older and get nothing from the VA. And if they do get something, taxpayers and Medicare pays way more than they should because Medicare is footing the bill and can't negotiate for lower drug prices and literally pays thousands of dollars for the same thing that the VA gets for less than $1. Even though Medicare is buying on behalf of more than 12 million veterans and spending way too much for reasons that Mo-Better vets can fix. This amounts to hundreds of billions in avoidable spending every year that can be used to provide insurance and housing and health care and supportive services for veterans and their families, as well as union members and essential workers. And it's all within reach once enough people join our membership drive to prove that there's strength in numbers to support this cause. It's in this way that we can address the major issues facing the 99%, starting with a membership drive that will be 100% owned, operated by, and accountable only to our members, veterans, union members, and concerned citizens, who together will get the benefits of negotiated prices and collective bargaining rights on behalf of millions to provide free health insurance for everyone who joins this cause, paid for out of savings without increasing taxes, raising the debt or deficit, or requiring legislation. So Congress and the President, can you see how this solves problems for veterans and unions that you refuse to solve without you? So for anyone who has ears, let them hear. Mo-Better Veterans has solutions to some of the biggest challenges facing our nation, starting with veterans and unions and public employees and essential workers and everyone else, the 99%. Because the power of the people is stronger than the people in power when we organize, buy as a group, and work as a team. And now is our time. To get the ball rolling, all we need is enough people signing up for our 100% risk and cost-free membership drive, which will be 100% owned, operated by, and accountable only to our members, we the people, like a public option. We'll have the negotiating power to get the best volume discounts and generate hundreds of billions of savings every year, more than enough to cover the cost of prescription meds for veterans, while helping them deal with mental health and homeless issues, addiction, and other wraparound services needed to adapt to their new normal, paid for out of savings. All we need to do is organize, buy as a group, and work as a team. And the more who join, the bigger the discounts, and the sooner you join, the sooner we can start getting benefits to everyone, up to the 99%. So between now and July 4th, please join the Firestorm membership drive by liking, sharing, and subscribing to stay informed. And oh yeah, please join the movement to tell Congress not to send our kids to war if we're not going to care for them when they come home. Better yet, if our kids aren't defending our homeland, then they don't need to be going to war at all. So say no to war. because that's your prerogative. And since the biggest cause of global warming and climate change happens to be thermonuclear war, please say no to war. Because everyone loses except the elites who caused it. Nah, seriously.
What's up, my buddy? We all set?
Yeah, I think so.
Here with Access Sacramento, building a community to give back to our veterans, building a community to give back to our youth, and building a community to give back to us, you and I. So let's make some good things happen. It's a pleasure meeting you. What was your name, sir?
Will Price.
Will Price, Kevin
Yes, sir.
Dredge, and we're going to do a quick interview. And come on over here, Will, and make some good stuff happen.